So I've made some pretty big changes to my setup since the last time I did a setup tour video. I no longer am using the MP50 as my main monitor. I have two 19-inch touchscreen monitors connected to an MP90. This one is resistive, this one is capacitive. I like the capacitive one better, so that's why it's the main screen. You can see I've still got all of my cables hung up on the hooks there. X2 is still there, and our Massimo Radical 7 is still there. I switched to using a full face, a total face mask with the V60. Here we have a Covidien Kendall SCD 700 series compression system that goes with these sleeves here. Those are thigh length sleeves. On the hooks here, I have my ECG, 5 lead, snaps, and I have a 10 lead trunk cable. And this is my SpO2, that's Massimo Multisite, rectal temperature, those I will explain in a minute, tape for various things, that's a clip for the Massimo Multisite. I've got a couple of these. These are Massimo acoustic respiratory monitoring sensors, and they connect to the Radical 7 and give me another form of respiratory rate monitoring. I have a skin temp sensor and a rectal temp sensor. These are EEG leads. I haven't gotten to use them yet because I'm still waiting on the trunk cable I need to actually use them, but it is on the way and hopefully I'll get to use them soon. Same setup as it was before with the X2. I have the X2 and then my BP is hung up on the other side of the bed, but same BP setup as before. And then I have an M3015A MicroStream CO2 expansion module or extension module. The V60 is now rocking that, which is a nebulizer that I've kind of panelized and turned it into so that I can connect the oxygen concentrator and have it give me oxygen into the ventilator circuit. The V60 does have a built-in oxygen mixer, but it requires 40 to 60 psi, and my oxygen concentrator can't put out nearly that much. This is the remote speaker module for the MP90. It has the alarm LEDs and the power button there. This is probably its temporary home until I find a better spot for it. This is a mount from an MP70. So I can put any Intellivision monitor I want on this mount. Right now we're rocking the two 19-inch touchscreen monitors, which I am absolutely loving. Don't think I could go back to a smaller setup. And if we continue over, we have the V60 here, and then the oxygen concentrator with a 25-foot tube attached to it so that I can run the tube pretty far away. There's my breathing equipment bag, so that's got spare ventilator circuits and masks and adapters and oxygen tubing and oxygen mask and nasal cannulas and all kinds of stuff in there. I'm now, because I'm going with an MP90, I now have a module rack. And a lot of these modules are just filler because I don't like having open spaces in the rack. So you have your Radical 7 VULink, V60 VULink, another VULink module, a press module, another press module. This is one of the fancy ones with the pressure output. Temp module, IntelliBridge GC10, and EEG. And EEG, hopefully I will get to use soon when the cable arrives. Hanging up here, I have my Littmann Classic 3 stethoscope, a fast SpO2 sensor for Philips, a IVP cable that is made for, that I put together for simulation, a 2 5-lead ECG trunk cables, Massimo Radical 7, another sensor for that, and then the full 10-lead set for the 10-lead trunk cable. And then over here, I have a couple things. We have electrode paste for the EEG. I haven't gotten to try that yet because I don't have it yet. And then an oxygen mask. These are the official Massimo tapes for the multi-site sensors. And then I have my electrodes there. And then down here, under the bed, I have the MP90, and this is a top model MP90 with the dual display outputs. Technically, this thing can do 3 because the third one comes via XDS. Networked, just like the other setup, networked, dual displays. There's the input for the remote speaker module. These are the touch inputs via RS-232. A remote alarm module, or a remote alarm card. I haven't done anything with that yet, and a USB card for the remote, which I haven't decided where I'm going to put yet. And over here we have my Philips IntelliVue cableless measurement devices. I can't find sensors for the SpO2, but it was a good enough deal that if they came with the charger for like 60-something bucks, and I could not pass it up. The only one that I can actually use is the MVP, and I have the cradle and the adapter tube that I made for it. There, fully custom-made connector to go into that, because that's not a standard connector. And that's it for the setup. Yeah. I am absolutely loving the dual monitor setup though.